We're making the Amatriciana today. It's not the classic Amatriciana, it's a variation on it. We will use guanciale as in the original, but I will also use a little bit of onions, like not on the original, and we will use Parmigiano instead of Pecorino Romano, like not in the original. Sue me. Seriously, sue me. Thing is that we like it this way, and Pecorino Romano in our family doesn't go on pasta. No one likes it. Okay, let's start. This is a beautiful piece of guanciale. Guanciale is the pork cheek. I'm gonna get rid of the skin that is hard and unedible, and then I'm gonna slice it and then slice it again in 2 or 3 pieces. I'm gonna write, as always, all the information, all the weights and everything in the right under the video on YouTube. By the way, thank you to all that are subscribing, and thank you very much to all that are donating, because this is really hard time. There's no work. This is a very helpful and nice thing that you guys are doing. I'm gonna cut the guanciale in small sticks. The reason is that you should have a piece of fat and a piece of lean into the in every piece of guanciale there, but you can cube it if you want to. This is I'm doing this thing this way because I learned to make it this way, but if you want to use if you want to make it in small cubes, sometimes you'll find already cubed guanciale, and if you don't find guanciale, by all means use pancetta. Maybe it will not be the traditional recipe, but it will be good nonetheless. Bello, eh? Next thing I'm gonna add is an onion. Actually, I'm gonna add just half of it. I cut an onion in half. I'll peel the outer peel, and I'll just put it for a few minutes in cold water. This trick will help me not crying when I chop and cut the onions. It is just, yeah. You don't need come si dice? You don't need to chop it very finely, just a rough chop. It is quite funny though, because you know how Italians we're called sometimes food Nazi, and for a reason, because everybody thinks you should do things the way Mama did, or the way it should be done, the way it was done in the 1800s or in the 1300s. But the truth is that every town, every household, every area has its own rules. In Amatrice, the Amatriciana will be served only with spaghetti. But in Rome, the Amatriciana will be served only with bucatini. I'm gonna make it with mezze maniche, which is like, I'll show you later. And you know, the truth is that all this food come from the poor people kitchen, the kitchen of people that couldn't, you know, like, oh no, we're not gonna eat that because we don't have spaghetti. Oh my gosh, you added onions, I will not eat it. This is people that will eat whatever. This was the kitchen of necessity. It's not a technically designed dish in which you have to have the umami part and the crunchy part and no, it's food for people. It's that simple. So in a cold pan, we will add all the guanciale. The fire is not even on yet. In this case, I will add the onions a little bit later, because if I add it now, by the time the guanciale has rendered all its fat and it's become somehow a little bit crunchy, the onion will burn, so, and it will be bitter. We're gonna add a little bit of... The pan will heat up slowly, so it will give time to the fat to render. We're gonna add just a little bit of white wine. Thank you to my neighbor, Felice. Wine is important because it kind of cleans the sauce from all the fat. It makes it, like for the ragu and many other preparations, you have to make sure that all it's left when you pull aside all the meat is just oil. You see, this is pretty cloudy and not clear enough, which means that there's still the wine and all the good stuff that we deglazed with the wine. So don't be tempted to throw this away. Just wait until the oil is cleared off, because again, if you throw away all this fat, flavor will not be the same. This is not the most dietetic dish ever, but I guarantee you that it's super good. This is just a few minutes later, literally a couple of minutes later. Again, it's a matter of patience. So you see, this is all oil, it's not cloudy any longer. All the alcohol has evaporated, so we can add the tomato, because I feel observed. I don't know why she's looking at me. Bravo, fa qualcosa. Continua. And we're adding a little bit of water. This has been cooking for about 15 minutes. It's ready. So I'll just give it a couple of minutes more and I'll add a little bit of salt. Buonissima. Buonissima.